Hey, Ted, this is video number 16. We've been sharing a lot of information today. Well, rather, Ted has. He's the authority on tax lien certificates. I'm the guy who just kind of asks the questions, and I learn like you do watching these videos. But, hey, Ted, we talked a lot about the properties and how to find them and such. What about land? Can you teach people how to find land below market value? Can you get those at tax auctions too?
Okay, well, most people are going to be surprised to hear me say this because if you're watching television and you're learning real estate, everybody's talking about houses, ranches, big estates, all this stuff. But I've been going to tax auctions and teaching people this for over 30 years. And if you'll just get one auction list, you'll look and see between 20 and 25% of all auction lists are land of one type or another. Now, I am an advocate, and it's the first thing I teach in a live class, is to buy residential vacant land in a subdivision. Now, why would I teach someone that? Because everybody else basically was conceived in a house, they grew up in a house, they know about houses, so what do they bid on? They're down there bidding and doing what with the bid? Headed up, right? Nobody's looking at the land. Guess what? So these land parcels that are going to auction, if they're within a subdivision, they're easy to know what the value is. So the value of a lot within the subdivision, if there's other houses, is about 10 to 20% of the value of any of the houses. So a $400,000 house, 20% of that's going to be over here in the land, or at least 10. So you gotta there's some guidelines you can go with. All right, now land is something people don't know about. All right, now, if you're going to get involved in land, don't just do it. Get a land broker to help you out. You need to think about this because land, when you look at it, when you drive up to a piece of land, you look and it's open prairie. Where does it end? Okay, so 99% of the people that are doing this, they come from the city. Folks, you need a survey. How much of the land are you going to get? Is it measured? You got to know that, okay? Does it have a road? Is it next to a road? What if it's out of nowhere and doesn't have a road? What about ingress and egress to get in and out? Land is wonderful, but it's no good without water. Where's the water? Is the county water coming in a pipe? Or are you going to have to send a pipe all the way to the county? That could cost a lot of money. Or people say, no, I'll just drill a well. Well, how deep are you going to drill a well? Well, if you're in New England and New York, you get down to 100 feet, you're going to get a well. Try doing that in West Texas. You're going to get down 3,000 feet. There's not going to be any water. All right. So you need to know these things about land. All right. So just because the guy's got a cowboy hat and his pickup truck hasn't been washed in about a year, don't underestimate those guys. They know a lot about that land. However, the bidding on land is depressed. So I teach my clients, I've had clients buy in Los Angeles County. Now I would say that's a city. Los Angeles County, all right, buy properties worth $1 million for 8 cents on the dollar.
Wow.
I've had them buy in the Central Valley of California to buy properties at 6 cents on the dollar because we taught them a sophisticated step-by-step process for buying the land. All right, so there's plenty of properties at every auction. You notice this video is we had all these videos, very few people will talk about land. Why? People ignore it. Now, they ignore it, they buy it, and they forget it. They won't pay on it. They won't make their payments and whatever. So a lot of it, 20 to 25% of every auction is going to be land of one type or another. Now, look, I'm going to be quick and tell you this. There's all different kind of land. The land that's in El Paso, Texas, that's $200 an acre land. You want to stay in Texas and go over to the east side of Texas? It's $30,000 an acre. Why? Because they can cultivate it and put crops, 3 or 4 crops a year on it. All right, so land depends upon the kind of dirt that's there. How do you and I know that? Forget it. We don't want to know that. What we want to know is we want to hire the broker, land broker, not a regular broker. They know how to do houses. You need a land broker that understands different soil means different values. Different water means different value. Road access, different value. Okay, a lot of different things on land. However, anytime that you go to an auction and there's a residential lot, remember what's already there. Under the street is the electrical. Under the street is the sewer. Under the street is water. Okay. All right. Now, when you have utilities to the lot, it has a value. It's probably a low of 10% of anything in the neighborhood, but it could be as high as 20%. We're buying them for 2 and 3%, or 5 and 6%. And guess what? They're very saleable. So we can buy multiples of these. So it's a great business. Now, you're not going to do that by next Friday and get rich. I can tell you right now. It's a little bit more sophisticated than buying houses, because all the houses in the neighborhood are comparable. So you can figure out value. This land, nobody knows, so nobody bids. And if nobody bids and you know, wow, that's how you make the big money. tedthomas.com/free. You can get a lot more information, and it's free, and we'll give you a free auction list.
Whole lot of information there. We've been shooting videos all day today, and I mean, we've talked a lot in the past, Ted, so you're going to find a lot of information there. You want to check it out, tedthomas.com/free. Ted, thanks again for sharing with us. We haven't talked about land before, and that's a whole new area for me, and it's kind of exciting to hear about.